What up? Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. I hope y'all doing good. It's hump day. I hope ain't nobody humping around. If y'all are, I hope y'all doing it respectfully and protected. Anyway, how was y'all week so far? My week has been challenging, but I'm here. I did get my yearly mammogram, as I share with y'all my journey every time. And I didn't post the videos yet, but I will. I was having a little bit of pain where I had got the surgery from the first time, but all seems to be well there. It's just still healing. Where they cut it wasn't a lot of tissue, but it was a lot of muscle and like nerve area. So sometimes that takes longer to heal. So yeah, we out here. So how y'all been? What's good with y'all? What y'all got going on? How life been treating you? Tell me something. Tell me something good. Yeah. So hopefully we won't have all the issues that we've been having with Instagram. But we probably will, because it's just ridiculous. Hey, Desi Dance. Girl, I know it's been a whole year. I gotta send you your pictures. Remind me. Send me an inbox mode. Don't forget to send me my pictures. Because I gotta send them to y'all. Life be life. And I know you probably been like, I don't know what happened to my pictures. But it did take him a while to send them because it was some serious editing because of the green screen. So, yeah, but I'm gonna try to send them to you this week. Yep. Yeah, so what's good, y'all? What's good? What you been up to, Des? What's going on with you? Where's my purse at? Can you look at my purse for my alcohol? You ready to come in, chocolate butterfly? Yeah. Child, I'm thirsty and I need, yeah, alcohol spray on my straw. Clean it up. You know how I do. So what's good, y'all? You can see this water at the bottom. And I said, you know, I go to Wawa. I don't know all y'all in there 757. That Wawa ice be hitting different. It almost hit as good as our Sonic ice, because to me they got good ice too. Can you hand me a bottle of water, sir? I appreciate you, because I think I drank mine up. Hey, Doris. Hey, girl. Hey. How you been, Doris? You know, I have my days, my good days, my bad days, you know. Grief is no respect. It has no respect. It just so slap you in your face. You don't know when it's going to happen. It just does. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. So other than that, I'm okay. You know, I'm y'all know me. I'm gonna fight it out to the end. People forget about the strong friends. Okay. So let me fix my camera now. It booted me down. So yeah, so I appreciate you asking, because a lot going on. How are you and the kids doing? I haven't heard from the boy Charlie in a minute. CK, I haven't heard from him like Wow. I try to check in on them though. Oh, you buffering? Am I buffering? Okay, you was buffering, so I was trying to figure what's going on. Yeah, so I was just talking. So you're good today. Is it today? Oh yeah, it is a Gemini. Yep, yep, yep. Tell her I said happy birthday. Yeah, because I think gave her the queen shirt. Get my lights out. So what's good with y'all? How y'all feeling? Y'all talk to me. Talk to me. What y'all doing for a birthday? And tell her we said happy birthday to you. Yeah, tell her happy birthday. 15. 15 days. Also, is you gonna be in the fashion show? Because did you see the model call? If you didn't, hit me up because it's a model call this Saturday. I don't know how you working or able to make it, but it's gonna be one this Saturday. 18? I thought you said your middle child. Okay, hit me up after we get off of here. Don't forget, because if you want to be in the show, you can't just come to the model call. And we have one next Saturday too, so you can't make this one. Just either way, let me know so I could put you down. But you say I always say she. Okay. Well, then how old is the oldest daughter? No, you got an older daughter. Oh, I see why you say she's the middle child. I got it. I got it. I think. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. Your oldest daughter. Then your daughter that I know that should be like the senior, and then baby girl and baby boy. Okay, that's why I was like, hold up. But yeah, when you 4 kids, middle child, second child, which is crazy. Yeah. So yeah, we was talking about some topics, and we wanted to just talk. So how do y'all feel about Offset asking Cardi B for spousal support? How y'all feel about Offset asking Cardi B for spousal support? Do y'all think that he should do that?
Or what? Is is he gonna be taking care of the kid?
Let
If
me
he
know.
have,
Do y'all feel like he should be asking Cardi B for spousal support? Off, Offset. Because I feel like that's a little offset, because if you already had assets, why do you need her money? Like, I could see if what in the world is going on. Put that back. I could see if if he was like a dude that really was like a a basic job dude, like maybe he was an attorney or maybe he was just an entrepreneur, ran a he was a thousandaire or something, and he got with Cardi B, but he used his money maybe to support her and push her, and he put like his career or his business on hold to support her, to become great. And then once she got great, she got funny. I could see then a man saying, "You gonna give me my money back?" Like, look, girl, I done stayed with you for 10 years, pushed you, and I used my money, my finances dwindled as a man. I was taking care of you as a man. I didn't ask you for your money as a woman. I came to marry you, so I used all that I had to support you. In hopes once you made it, what I'm saying, we could start building something else together to get us more mainstreams of income. And then she got there and got brand new. Then I could see him saying, "You giving me some stuff? You gonna give me some money?" Like I could see that, but
Mhm.
because you mad, like these men today, to me, some of y'all don't seem like y'all want to be men. Y'all looking for a free ride, and at the end of the day, that ain't how the men was supposed to be being. You know, men still in their own feet, and I would be embarrassed to say my wife is paying me support. Like you sounds crazy. That's offset. That offsets the whole natural yin yang. That's offsetting the whole natural way it's supposed to be. Like he offset. So I just feel like that's crazy. What you think, Mo?
I don't follow them, so but it's stupid. I mean,
That's what
for
Moon
what?
had.
I mean, for what? What do you need? Again, like I said, with my initial question, are you going to be the caregiver of the children? Are you stopping your career to take care of these kids? I don't. I, um,
Definitely
I mean,
coming back
he's
and taking everything.
he's an established artist. You got money. What you need her money for? It's like
Because you take
it's stupid to me. But I guess
mm-hmm. Lord. Yeah, it's crazy work to me too. I was just like, well, if that's what they doing. But it just seems like Mary J. Blige's men put everybody on or something. It seemed
hmm,
like both her men sued her. And it's like ever since
it,
they won.
it wasn't just her. Was it? I think Halle Berry paying spousal support to her ex too.
Yeah, but I don't think, I mean, not being funny. Halle Berry's great, but I don't think her situation impacted like Mary's. Like that was crazy. Like just because of how she's in everything, she's more of a popular, you know, to me, she's more popular across the thing than Halle Berry is. So I mean, her stuff was in the news and stuff, but I think Mary's just hit different. And then two times it just hits different. Girl, what's happening if they keep doing it? And I think the men just music. Um, I think the men just be on some BS. Like Mary husband did it, we all gonna try. Let's see the deeper one. Which is crazy work. Man, okay with making sure I'm trying to get my parents straight because when we get in half, girl, I can't. I can't. I be out. I'm trying to get my life. But hey, T Love. But I just feel like it's a lot of guys that think that suing their wives is okay. I just feel like it's not.
Right.
Hey, love, you want to come in? All right, hold on. Trying to get
I mean, that'll alleviate all of the foolishness. Just sign a prenup from the get go.
yeah. Yep. I didn't even know. that I just found out one of my neighbors signed a prenup with her husband that, you know, he will always take care. He's in the military, that he will always take care of her no matter what. That's in their agreement. I was like, whoa, I didn't do that.
What are you doing, child? What are you doing?
So I said, well, hopefully uh, that works out. I didn't know you could do that.
Could do what?
Sign a prenup. There's a basic couple, like everyday people like me and you, but the husband is in the military and she signed a prenup to where he will have to take care of her even if they don't work out or whatever.
God,
He got so long to take care of her and he signed it. So as long as he in the military, he got to take care of her.
I wish I would have known that.
That's what I
Girl. Sis, I was
That's
thinking
prob-
again about
that's probably something that they drew up. They made that up on their own.
I mean, everybody, but that's what I'm saying. Most of the stuff it started somewhere with somebody making something up. But I'm just saying I didn't know that you could like do that. But yeah, they said it's you can make, yeah, anybody can make a prenup or whatever. I didn't know that. I just never knew nobody that's just everyday people that just does
right,
that.
right. You're right. I always thought like with my husband, with my first husband, I thought his mom was gonna make me do a prenup with them because they have a lot of businesses. And he's the only son, so he's the heir of all the businesses. So I thought because they was like, they was making sure they didn't want him married and all that. I had to go through a lot with that. So I'm thinking if anybody, I thought it was always because of businesses or land, money,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, because like now, like every day, like if I don't have nothing and my husband don't have nothing, then
Right.
if we both lose each other, we just lose each other. That's the biggest thing gonna be lost. Because if you ain't got nothing, then why you have a prenup?
Right.
If you got something to lose, and heck yeah, prenup is the way to go. And I do believe I don't think I would be me personally. Everybody have their own thing, but I think when you first give somebody and they got stuff, you first meet it. Of course, women we like, oh, he got this. I didn't think to go that hard to say prenup. Because I'm just thinking about I didn't think I was going to go in. I didn't think about going in for divorce. So probably that's why I thought the prenup would have been a problem because I'm thinking this man got some. I'm gonna be with this man. I'm gonna get what he got while we together. Never would have thought. What if
Mm-hmm.
we don't be together? Because then I'm thinking I'm having babies by this man. So if I do leave him or he left me, he gonna still make sure I'm good.
Right.
My mind being a whole other level. I
Right.
don't even think that far. Even when I was beefing with someone, I didn't want to hurt them the way they were trying to hurt me. I didn't think that way. I only think to make sure the man would have no access to the kids. I'm thinking if we separate, I want to have access to the kids because that's their dad.
Shut up, bye.
But the man thought different. He wanted me to leave the kids with him. Divorce changes you. Divorce changes your whole mindset. When you think of one way, you're thinking, okay. And if I'm thinking we might go to get a divorce, I don't think that rational to be so harsh. My biggest thing is let's get out the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I want. Let's get out the marriage. But then these men now is 10 times worse than the women. They stayed home the whole marriage and was said, she made the money, she gonna pay me. Then they'll tell you, well, she knew I didn't work. So it is what it is. I don't care where she go, long as she pay me. These men are going vicious.
That's lazy as hell to me. I'm so sorry.
We always heard those women doing, we're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I stayed home because I know me. I was always that wife when I stayed home back then. I was like, but you know what? I've never thought about going after. When I left the marriages, I was like, people, until I got later, they said, girl, you could have got that man for earth. I'm like, that was the last thing on my mind. I was like, you want me out this marriage? I'm gonna get out this marriage. I'm going to get me another man. That's all I thought. And I'm gonna do better than the last one. That's all I always said. Yeah, I'm like if he's an E6, I'm gonna get me a command sergeant major. That's all I thought about doing. I never thought about going after the money. Now I always said when they leave me a little change. I always did them hugs when they left though. I was like, I need some change, take care of me for a year or two, get me on my feet. Them men did that though. I had them kind of rare breed. They was like, she was my wife, she didn't work. They left money in the bank. I was eating that money up. I was just so silly. I should have been banking that money. I wish now I was smart. I could tell a lot of young girls now, listen to the women that's been through it. We ain't trying to hurt you. If anything, I can live through you. I can tell you what to do so you won't have to go through what we went through. Mo, you can tell me some things. You see what I'm saying? Baby down at the bottom can tell me some things. Everybody that's been through something can tell somebody something.
Absolutely.
We can learn.
But people don't receive it, and you got to know that y'all don't know everything. I don't know everything.
Heck no.
I'm always, and I love to learn. Tell me something new. I ain't know about that prenup. And the people that did it, they in their 20s.
Come on. So they learned already. They learned it.
They in their 20s. And I was like, girl, you can do it. They teaching me something. Okay, no school.
One thing about the generation, though, they do some research now.
Yeah.
They research before they even get a house. They researching stuff. They looking for stuff. They own it. They own it.
Mm-hmm.
They might not have a lot of experience with stuff, but they sure be own it. They be researching and learning how to get this but if we could put both of them together, if we could take the young people with their research skills and their depth of things to get with the wisdom of our life.
Yeah. They'd be some dangerous human beings.
Because they don't want to hear what
bring back the boundaries, the morals, the respect.
That's it.
You know what I mean? The audacity, but not the audacity that they got now that you disrespecting your elders and slapping and cussing and wearing and acting all crazy. No, I'm talking about the audacity to win. The audacity to be better than the generation before you. The audacity to be trailblazers. The audacity to dig into the wisdom and want to sit at the feet of your aunties and them. And
they got the drive.
Learn what we trying to teach you.
They got that drive.
Yes.
I wish I had that boldness like that though. I wish I had that go. I can't say go getter because I was a go getter when I was young. I wish I had that. I don't need to have a man kind of syndrome. I never know I had that.
Not different than them. They are more coming up in the independent woman era, which is not always good too. We need some balance because you're gonna be.
They need a little bit of us, and we need a little bit of them. Because if I had that independence, I would have been knowing when I had that man that they need now, I would have been taking that money, putting it up, Mo. So I can be independent if something happens. These girls are already saying, without him, I can make it. But see, you need a man. God put the man for us. So it's okay to have a man. It's okay. No, we ain't got to be homemakers like we used to be. I love it. I would love to be a homemaker right now. I love to stay home. But they don't think that way. They don't think about that domestic kind of way. They're so far above that. But if they realize it's okay, have that. If I could take the drive of these young girls and use, like I had the skills back then, but I said I had the skill, but when I got that man, I stayed home. Mo. I had my babies. I enjoyed my babies. I didn't worry about no 6 weeks off because my man took good care of me. I didn't have to worry about what am I going through. But now, I wish I was able to say, you know what? The money my man was giving me when I was getting showered like that all the time, had my own bank account. Back then, I was on his bank account. These young girls got their own bank accounts.
Yeah, I had my own in both of them. We had one together.
Yeah, I didn't.
Them Leos don't know how to manage no money. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're not good managers.
I wish I just had both. I'm so sad for my daughters now. They don't know how I feel for a man to come into the car, come to the house and pick them up. I love that. I love when a man says date night. I love the date night. I love to say, Mo, girl, you got to know where. Why? Sis, come get me looking pretty. My man coming to pick me up. That's
right.
The young girls don't know about that man coming to get them. And
yeah, they don't know. They don't know nothing about Letty when she said, I got room. Let me get it right. Time to make the business and got room for fantasy.
Yeah.
See, you gotta have both of that balance. You gotta have that.
I feel sorry for the young girls that don't know how it feels to be dated. Mm-hmm. To know how it feels for a man to really come date you. Meeting a man online is not fun to me. I've done it. But it ain't that. I mean, it was okay because, that's what they do now.
Girl, I'm on a couple apps. They is late. And some of these people don't even look like they need to be dating nobody but some soap and some water. It. Don't look like they.
The old-fashioned way dating. Go back to the old-fashioned when you meet them in the store. You meet them at the gas station. You meet them at the club.
Well, no, we can't even do that because I told y'all about the guy I met in the store.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true, too.
He's so nice. And then he already was trying to get me to his house to have dinner. And I said, no, I feel better to eat in a public place. And he got all mad about it. Like,
dang.
Well, you would love it here. And I don't come outside. Well, that's already a red flag there. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm always outside. I'm always creating. And I work with too many fine men. You're going to always think I'm cheating.
That's it. And that's right there.
You just playing around and wasting your time for the man. You don't come outside. Okay. Well, it's not for me. We could be cool. I ain't mad. We could always be friends. You could come call me and get some advice on the next one.
I know.
Well, we gotta on the next one, but I ain't fitting the And he was fine too. He was fine. But then that mental health be like showing up, and I don't know. Maybe he could have social anxiety. I don't know, but either way, it was like, well, you sure you're not? Once I told him that I wanted to meet him in a public place, he waited a while, hit me back, and was like, "So do that mean you're not coming?" What?
Yeah, that's kind of.
And then he got to telling me already, like, well, my love language is touch, and that's too much, sir. That's nice. I don't even know if I want to come there, let alone want you touching me. Like, why are you telling me all this at one time? Like, that was just creepy to me. And I was like, I don't know. You could have about 10 black women buried in your basement. I am not coming over there.
Somebody said, what happened to when you're in the club, you walk up and ask the female to dance. Now you just get behind her and dance and hope she cool with it.
Yeah, that's true. That's what they do.
Yeah. It was a time you go to the club and you look for a guy to walk up on you.
Right.
You know, and now the guys is in one section and the girls in one section. The guys buy each other drinks. The girls taking care of each other. It's no more mingling like it used to be. No more mingling. Those days are about over now. You know.
They really don't even dance no more in the club.
They really don't. They really don't. The girls dance together and the guys dance together. The guys be doing this with the drinks and the girls be together in the corner. We all dance together. We all on each other. It ain't no more. When I remember in the 90s and maybe the late 2000s when I was still going out like that, when it was really, really popping, A girl could be in the middle, and it'd be like 2 or 3 guys around her. It was just that much fun. Now you go, yeah, you barely can find 2 men to dance with the whole night.
They just standing around holding glass,
Yeah,
looking fly, and
right.
I gotta watch to make sure don't no pinkies go up.
And most likely,
Does that mean they ain't signaling me?
all the girls is with girls. You know, the girls you don't know no more. It's just, you know, and like I said, to each his own. If it's your thing, it's your thing.
Sis said they entertaining themselves and leaving us be. I
They are
guess.
really much for real, for real. It's just a sad time now because you don't know. Everything is uncertain. Everything is so uncertain. You think
Yeah,
you go
that's
out with a man. You go out with a man. You think he's. The last thing we used to think about was, is he married? That's what we used to think about. Now we got to think about, is he gay? Is he bisexual?
is he a murderer?
Is he a
Hell, at this
murderer?
point.
Is he a murderer? Because I told you I went
Is
out
he a
with that
trapper?
guy. Yeah. There's so many things that's going on now
Is it a girl?
that I.
Look, is it a girl?
Yeah, because I
Oh, was
video
right. Was
that I
it a
just
girl?
seen,
Right.
I just
Right.
sent
Exactly.
her a video, and I did not know that was no girl. I had to
Who?
go search all the way down the dang on thing, and I said, he fine as heck, and that was a girl.
Yeah.
He simply transitioned or whatever. I was like,
I told you I'm in the
you
VA. I was in the
would have had
VA.
me fooled. Unless he got a pineal implant, I he would have had me fooled.
My girl at my job, well, it was a guy. I used to work with him in Riverside. He ended up becoming a full-fledged model when we got to the VA. And, you know, it was hard that I called him. I don't even want to call his name because, you know, his name is, you know, he's kind of big on the scene or whatever. But he was a guy at Riverside. My homie, real cool. Didn't see him looking like he is now. Here it is, 2025. 2018, he was a dark skin like me, a guy. But then now 2025, he's brown, gorgeous, slim, gorgeous 10. He was a fat, dark skinned dude at Riverside, and now he's a beautiful, gorgeous, plus a 10 plus now. And he walks the runway. He walks the runways. Just as gorgeous as he want to be. And I'm going to tell you right now, he was a nice person then as a guy, and he's a nice person as a woman. That's why I got so much love for him, because I know the transition, but what I'm saying is I don't hate what they go through. I just hate that it's illusions that I'm worried for them. Because being out here now, I have a gay son. I got a gay daughter. And I can tell people all the time, this world don't love you. They don't like us as heterosexuals. They don't like me for being just T-Love. I can imagine going through something else extra.
Yeah.
Because the world don't love you. The world don't care about you. So being careful out here, you know, you thinking that something and you don't tell nobody is dangerous.
Make sure
because their illusions will get you killed. Because I've seen men get soldiers. I saw men, straight men, look at one, and they got mad. They got mad because we was like, "That's a dude." You see what I'm saying? And they were like, "No, they want to hurt us. You want to hit us? Why? Because you got mad because we caught you looking at another that you thought was a girl." It's scary out here.
Yeah. Scrap says it's 1,000 loopholes to find someone these days. He said there's a lot of mental issues and that the world sets standards through the internet. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's
some
true.
they do.
I'm coming back.
A lot of them they do. Mhm. 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 And sad.
It is.
Everybody just want to be loved, and I just feel like that's on any level. And
Right.
the question I have is, what is up with the reciprocation? Like, do y'all not think that's a word anymore? And I'm talking about on all levels. I had somebody tell me, you tell people, you teach people how to treat you. Period.
Right. Right.
So I had somebody tell me that as my friend, because I said, and this ain't even about no finances. This ain't even about no anything tangible or material. It's emotional or spiritual.
Right.
I said, over the time that you were very vulnerable in your life, and I was there for you.
Right.
I said, when you cried as a grown behind man, broke all the way down, I never judged you. Today, I'm not saying no names, of course, but this is the first time I'm even speaking about it.
Right.
Because I didn't like the response I had got. I said, but last week when I needed you, you wouldn't even return my phone call. And they text me back and said they don't like the way that I want them to reciprocate. And I was like, what? Or because some way they said it, like because I didn't do it or I didn't respond like you or something. Nigga, you didn't respond at all.
Right.
So
Right.
what are you talking about?
Right.
Like, to me, it's like, where is the reciprocation? Where is the loyalty? Because reciprocation and loyalty, all that goes hand in hand. Because if somebody been there for you, no matter how you show up for
Right.
them, show up.
Right.
If a show up is I'm popping up, my friends know I don't talk to you for a while, and you dropping
Yeah.
my spirit, I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. What's going on? You all right? Because I don't
Yes,
want the phone
it is.
call to be dead and you was in my spirit, and I ain't come see you. I ain't call you. I ain't check on you.
Right. 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 Right.
So, dude, what are you talking about? So it just lets me know how shallow people don't really. They want you to have been made the amendments for them, but they will not, and then talk to you like you crazy for expecting a reciprocation back. I don't understand that. I don't. I don't. It's crazy work.
Because people are selfish. That's why they only think about self.
Absolutely right. You're right. All right. I was just outdone with that response. Like, what? I was like, wow. Especially when they are the one who asked, uh, could we restart our friendship? So that's another thing that made me like, what are you talking about? Because we got to stop talking for some years. And they, came to me and was like, I don't have no beef. I don't want beef with you. Like, I really miss you. I miss our friendship. I miss how we could talk about anything. I miss how we could laugh about anything. I miss, all of that. Can you please, can we just start all over, and build our friendship? And at first I was hesitant, but then I was like, okay. And then it's the type of response that you give. Like, well, why'd you ask me? Because I didn't ask you. I was minding my own black business.
Right.
I didn't beg for nothing. And I'm not saying he begged, but you thought enough of it to make it a point to say, hey, can we start our friendship over? So I just feel like, okay, well, when I called you as a friend, because I really needed to talk, you didn't pick up nor respond.
Right.
But you respond when I call you out on your stuff.
Mm.
He said they love the benefits, but forget it needs to go both ways. Absolutely. Absolutely. You
Wait,
said
Dora, when do you go both ways?
when you don't think about yourself, when you do stuff you mean selfless? Yeah, because anything that I do, I'm gonna do selflessly. Like, but there's a law of this matter. It's called reciprocation. There are laws to the whole life cycle. You said it's hard for me to match or find that emotional feeling. I'm only logical. Okay, and even if you logical, show the hell up. Logic is the phone rang, pick it up. If you can't, text somebody and say, I'm not available right now, but as soon as I
Right.
get a chance, I'll get you back. Are you good?
Right.
That's logic, common sense to me. That's why I feel like we come from a different whole era.
Yeah, it's a different whole there.
People that is of our era acting like they don't know nothing. They don't remember nothing that they was ever taught. That's why I be like they was vaccinated.
Right.
Man, my friends be cracking up at that, but I'm serious. They must have been vaccinated because they brain cells is fried. You going on my wallet, bro? For what? Your dad put you some money? Oh, okay. Tell me something. You just going on my wallet, bro. Now, what was going
Mm-mm.
I'm like this. If I call and you don't answer, I'm not thinking anything negative or wondering why you ain't answer. I just keep it moving and you'll call when you see I'm available. Well, that's different if you just making a random call. If somebody made it known to you that something is going on, then common sense is let me see what's going on. Example, you posted something today. I didn't just randomly be like, oh, that nigga, all right. I hit you up. Did I not? Are you good? Are you okay? Genuinely. So to me, it don't take a rocket scientist to reciprocate. You said something, I responded. And that's what it should be. That's called, okay, you made a call, I answered it. The church calls that a clarion call, and I responded. So that's what I'm saying. Like, no, I don't want to hear no like roundabout stories about why people are just not real anymore and not genuine and disingenuous, and I don't know. I just don't, because
It's
that's just
just called
common
clear
sense.
concern that you showed concern for that person. People
We
don't care.
talking about
People
no random just everyday call. I'm sorry, no, go ahead.
people don't show care and concern for others anymore. It's always about self, and that's
We
all they
really
really care about. But if it was the other way around, they'd be swearing up and down that you didn't care about them or feel any type of way. But when
True.
you doing it, when you need it, nobody's ever around.
think that the truth. And Monique says it's simple. Communication goes beyond emotional feelings or logic. Absolutely. And it don't got nothing to do with it. Communication should be, it's the natural language. Communicate.
You robotic. You robotic. Who in the car? Who in the car?
Okay. I was saying you're going to use braille. That's a form of communication. If you're going to use smoke signals, that's a form of communication. If you're going to write words in the sand, that's a form of communication. That's something that should just be. Like, we cannot live without communication. Somebody got to tell you that the red light is green. Somebody got to tell you that the red light is red. Everybody gonna be in a goddamn 20,000 pile up on a damn corner of Fifth and West. I'm just saying. We just gotta figure it out. Like, come
Right.
on. Right. Who is in the car? Hopefully these non-reciprocating. No, it's just, I love it. No, but seriously, like, nah, ain't nobody got time for that. Uh-uh. And she making plates for the rest of us? I don't know. Love. King J
Huh?
440 said, is you making plates for the rest of us? Because you up here
Look,
making plates.
tell them. On a norm, I really wouldn't make plays. I'm at work, so I'm taking care of my client and me and my husband. But I would have made plays. I'm not the cook. Mo is. I wouldn't dare serve Mo no food.
Girl, please, you can
But
cook too.
whatever. I can eat your food any day. I'm at
Appreciate
I'm at the
it.
job, but I'm enjoying the life.
Yeah, so we just got to do better. What's up, Los? We just got to do better, though, with reciprocation and communication between men and women, all people of walks of life. Because this ain't just about men and women. There's girlfriends of mine that I be, a girl, why you could have said, why you just ain't say that? Because my time is valuable. I'm not trying to be smart, but y'all see I do a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
And
you
I could
do.
be filmed. I could have a set. I don't know. So if I made time for you,
Right,
consciously, literally,
right.
in the spirit of love for you, concern
Yeah,
for you, and you can't pick up your phone when I need you, you're dumb. And I don't have time for that. No, no, I don't want to hear it. If you wasn't half dead, nobody died. You just feel like they'll always be around. That's what you call you just taking people for
yeah.
granted. Oh, I call them later. They'll be there. No, people aren't. People cut people off, blocks people, and people die. So,
Right.
and I'm a blocker. I don't care nothing about it. There are two different types of blocks that I
Me
do.
too, bro.
I don't got time for it. And we'll see you in public, and I don't know who the hell you are, because I'll be over, because I know I've given you at least 4 chances. 4
Yeah,
too many than you should. And them 4
yeah,
chances might be over a period of years. But after,
yeah.
when I'm done as a Sag, I'm done. And that cold, I'm fire, but that cold, when that when the fire, they call it real cold, is when it's blue.
Right,
That's the hottest point. Baby, say
right,
what?
right.
I don't know you. Security
You're right.
is what it is. I be over it because I'm passionate about everything that I do. Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
care if it's cooking. I'm passionate about cooking. All my love and my energy goes into what I do. If I'm writing, it goes into what my poetry, my spoken word, my freestyle spoken word. If I'm writing a book, my everything I do with passion. If I'm giving you something, it came with thought and love. It might not be what you wanted. It may be what you wanted. If it wasn't what you wanted, it's called communication, and say, I don't like that gift. I didn't like that gesture. Whatever. And that's okay, because everybody ain't got to like everything. But if you pay attention to your people enough, get in tune with them enough, you'll know what they like, what they don't like, similar what they like. And so you can show up in a way that they can be like, dang, they was there for me, And that could be simple text like, I don't know what's going on, but know that you got it. You're going to make it, and you're going to be okay. It's simple stuff. People act like communication and reciprocation is something so deep. You got to go buy Birkin bags, or we got to go on a trip to the Bahamas, or we got to meet up and hang out. It's a simple text. The doggone AI and the doggone tech savviness is so easy now. You can schedule text. You can schedule text a whole month, 3 months out. I don't be wanting to hear people excuses. You do what you want to do for the hell who you want to do it for. And that's just period. Because there is no excuses. You can even schedule emails. So what is the lie? It takes 5 seconds to schedule a text. Well, I'm gonna send them this text on June 9th at 9 p.m. and it's gonna say this.
Right.
Your phone is gonna send that to them at 9 p.m. That person don't know that you scheduled it. That person don't know whatever. But whatever, you made the person know, okay, that was thoughtful. You thought about at 9 p.m., 12 midnight is their birthday. I want to be the first person. Whatever.
Oh,
There's no
okay.
reason for the lines of communication that you can't do it because it's a text. I don't be wanting to hear that. Like, find somebody else to play with, because I done heard it all. I'm just not doing it. Not when I know I show up. Now, if I was one of them half friends who be like, girl, I'm a calm girl, and then I be in the bed like not answering my phone for a week because I ain't come
Right.
to your event. I got some of them too. Or if I'm the girl that like, oh, this dude was liking me and we hung out and we was cool, but I ain't really feeling him, so I'm just gonna not talk to him for a week.
Right.
I don't do stuff like that. I respect you enough to say, look, okay, well, it was nice, but I don't think we'd probably be able to be in no type of relationship. I had a guy that's asked me that the other day, like, do you ever think we'll be together?
Right.
No, you or not. Like,
Right.
no. We gonna always be friends if you want to be. And I'm a type of friend, I'll still show up. We could still hang out. I could still go out with you. We could still be like that if you're mature enough to handle that. But if you're not, then we only got to be friends.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. We don't. What you say, Mo, and they won't even notice it's scheduled. Right. That part. You said everybody looks nice and happy hump day. And yes, you are very smart and passionate. Thank you, King. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I just feel like I'd be from a whole nother planet. Because one of my guy friends, like, if he still lived here, we probably would have been together. Like, been together for years now. But he moved and bought a house in Minnesota. But he always say to me, Mo, why? He's like, what is wrong with them in them YNs and them N's in Virginia? I'd be like, I don't know. He was like, what is wrong? He'd be like, I don't understand. Like, you beauty, body, and brains. And I'd be like, well, I don't know. I don't try to go. I try to come from here first. He's like, I know that about you, but I'm just saying, is they stupid? And I said, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I get tired of the unnecessary games.
Games.
Like, I don't have that.
Games.
Hey, grow up and know how to put a lady and a woman of caliber in certain place. You know what I mean? You have women that you do what you do. You have women that you have that you know if you call they really gonna need and they'll beat her. Then you have me, and I'm
Right.
all of that, the total package. Okay, so you can't put me in a category with your, you know what I mean, your side pieces, with your little shorties and all that. You can't. We apples and doggone onions. We're not even. It ain't even. No, you're not doing that. We're not doing that. And if you trying to do that and you trying to like me, then we just definitely gonna be friends. And that's just that. Like, don't even try to like. No, we could be cool, and we could be mad cool. You come hang out, we could be cool. Go bowling, we can be cool. But that's it, cause you're not finna play with me. That one.
You know what I
got two
call
or
you?
three.
You know what I call you? You know what I will call you?
What?
You are a wife without papers. You know what I mean by that?
No.
You know, okay. You know what I mean by that? And it's a good thing. Nothing bad.
Okay.
You have everything. You have everything. Oh, sorry. You have everything that men are looking for. You just don't have the man with the papers. You have.
I don't want no more papers.
You do. Because look at this. When I was out there, Mo, I would say, okay, Mo. See, you was teaching without teaching.
Who?
When you were teaching me, I had a man at the time, and I'm like, I don't share, I don't cook, I don't do all that. I got men. And you was like, love, you know you're wrong. You need to cook. Love, you need to do this, you know. And I'm like, wow. I know.
It, though.
We was out one night. I was like, I ain't buy him no drink. And that was my man. I'm not doing that. He's like, love. Like what? Okay, but now that I found my real love, I see the evenness of things. You know, where I was like, he does everything for me. I don't do nothing for him because that's my man. You was teaching me then. No, love. You know, if he do something, it's okay to buy your man a drink. It's okay. No, it ain't. My man need to buy me.
I remember that. I remember that.
If you can't buy no drink, he shouldn't come. That's
I remember.
And I was so stuck on that. And I didn't mean no harm. I mean, if you want to buy it, go ahead, Mo, because I'm not doing it. And I saw you do it. I'm like, she really did it. Like, I'm pissed. Like, why would you do that? You know, but now, if me and my boo go out, and me and my husband, we go out, I was from that era. My husband does everything for me. I don't do nothing. I'm just the wife. My husband takes care of me. My husband buys my stuff. My husband buys me a drink. Now we go out, I will order him a drink before he even come back from the bathroom. So I owe you some things. You see what I'm saying? I owe you that because I was not doing that. I was not doing stuff like that.
Don't do that, Monique. Don't do that, sis.
And you are a teacher without teaching. You don't know that you're teaching. And see, you are the wife without the papers.
I don't gotta
And that's
have
what
no
I
paper.
mean by that. Right. You don't need no papers. But because you are deserving of whoever comes in your life, they're gonna have, when you said the total package, that's what I'm talking about. Because I always feel like being a wife is like, because I was like, when I'm out there, I'm out there. I really be out there. I'm out there. I feel like I'm out there. This is how I was thinking. When you get married, then you got caught, and that's the package, right? That's why I say you the wife without the pack, without the papers, because you have everything now without even being caught. So whoever catches you gonna have everything. So I'm looking at whoever that man is. He's gonna be very, 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 very happy of the package that he received. Some men don't know what they're gonna get till they unwrap it. I was that gift back there when I was younger. They ain't know I was gonna be that one. I was the one to be out there looking good, doing that, having fun. But wife, I was never taught to be a wife. I was taught to be a woman that was taken care of. A difference. I was a pampered wife. My mom and them came from that era when you did not ask a man to feed you. He just automatically fed you. You didn't ask a man to put gas in your car. It was automatic. Those days, that's how I was raised. So when I saw a man not doing it in the new times I was dating the last couple of years, when men, I was like, oh, that ain't my man.
Gas in my car. I could pay for my gas if you ain't got it. But can you pump it? I'm not doing it.
I started getting out there saying these men don't do, not all men, but the ones I was dating, trying to be out in the scene, and they was good looking men that had money, but they had to be taught. I'm like, I didn't come from an era I had to teach a man. A man was a man. When he came to me, he was a man already. I hear men now say, I'm living in the shelter. You get me out the shelter. Help me get a GoFundMe. I heard a brother tell me, help him get a GoFundMe.
Tell him put $10 in my car. I'm sorry. 10 in my car.
I've never in my life seen so many men ask for women to ask them to help them so much. I've never seen it. But it's happening. It ain't no story. It is happening.
It is. Monique, you said you learned and gained so much, even states away. I love you for life and glad we crossed paths. Yeah, that was definitely on purpose. And my brother, she dated my brother. And one thing about my family, y'all could break up, but we ain't broke up. Unless you did some old crazy stuff, like you was beating the crap out of the person, or you done molested some kids, and you done tried to pull murder, something crazy. We pretty much, we family. That's my sister. Like, even when she got mad at me about her order, and I was like, Monique, man, I would never. She was so mad at me, and I was like, now, sis, I would never purposely not send you your order. I was waiting for her size to come, and then it came in, and I had it packaged and everything, and never sent it. Totally forgot. And she was like, I've been paid you on your. I was like, I would never do that to you. I love you. Why would you think I'm not like that? Why would you think that? I heard him and got that thing in the mail. Like, girl, no. I forgot, though. I had forgot. So
yeah, you were good.
I was like, no, I'm so sorry. But then, back like we was. You know what I mean? Because that would never be my heart intentions. And I love you back. You know that. I'm waiting for you to move here like you said you was, but I know you gotta wait, till your mom get better. Shoot, she might move here and get better health care.
Where's she at?
Arizona.
Oh, wow. Was that young that got married?
She came here. She came here the one year that Tracy had the one party, the all white, when it was what year was that, sis? Was that 2018 you came or 17?
Is this the one that came one time and I wore that green and I met her?
I think y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all did.
And I at the table. It was a fashion show we went to.
Yup. Because you was
And
a
I
little bit
wore
late,
green.
and she had to find you. I mean, she had to tell you this is Mo's table.
Yes.
Y'all met.
I had
Yep.
green hair. I had on all black, but I wore green hair and green nails.
Yep. I remember that. That y'all sure did. Yep. You
I got
remember
a
that?
picture with her. I got a picture with her. I remember her.
You said this was early on in a relationship. Your brother was a handful, yeah? And she was stressed out. He was.
I remember her.
Look, we looking at all the options. Sure. Yeah, she said, yeah. She said, I remember you, Tiff. You still
Hey,
fly.
baby.
Oh, she said y'all got photos, too.
We did. I got a picture of her.
Yeah.
We look good that night, boo. We look good that night.
Yeah, so y'all get ready to come to the fashion show that we have in the weekend of July 24th or 5th or whatever that weekend is. That weekend we're having a fashion show. So I need y'all to, if y'all want to be on a model call, please DM me after this to my 757-804. You know, people, if you down in Raleigh or Charlotte and y'all still want to come up, I have a few models that's coming up from down that way. We have some dope designers coming from that way. Let me know because there is a model call that is coming. You said, and you catching a flight for the show, girl. You better come because I ain't seen you in years. I just, y'all, for one, and y'all know, for one, we are axing and crescent. I know y'all probably know what the heck I'm talking about, but y'all need to know because that was our original lines of communication with the earth was the moon, the sun, and the stars. Whether we've been taught that it's witchcraft, I will never know. But that is the only thing we had. We didn't have a phone. That was communication. When the stars aligned in a certain way, when the moon was a certain way, you knew to cut your hair. You knew when to do a bathe towards the east wind or whatever. It was stuff in place for a reason
Mm-hmm.
that set us in prosperity mode where we have been taught by somebody else that is not right, but that was ours. And so we wonder why we are like we are. All of that goes together. But see, it's been dissected and cut apart and separated. Now, don't get me wrong. You have people that use certain, anybody can use anything for wickedness is what I'm trying to say. Anything can be used for wickedness. Anything can be perverted. But when you understand the real reasons of why it's like it is, it's not. That was our original thing, and they know that. So I say all that to say, when the moon is in a certain way, it causes a lot of spiritual things to happen, and a lot of emotions are high. Like especially in full moons, like people thought, oh, that's just a myth. No, that was real. Like that was our lines of communication. Those were the first things created before we were. So y'all gotta make it make sense of how it's evil when that was the first thing created before we were. Like, y'all gotta make 1 + 1 = 2, please. So, you know, with all of that being said, I'm emotional. So when I was outside today, sitting in the car, before you called me and told me what you told me, sis, love, a cardinal came and flew right in front of my apartment downstairs on the doggone a grill that's out there. And I remember saying a cardinal, and it looked around and then it flew off. And I said, okay, I know how I'm dealt with in the spirit realm. I'm like, I don't know if that was somebody coming to see me. The first thing I told my son, I was like, I wonder who that was or who it is or what's about to happen.
Oh, wow.
I said, because last time I had saw a cardinal like that close was when I was learning how to do DoorDash a few years ago.
Right.
And I got up there, and the girl was showing me, and we was driving up the street, and the cardinal literally flew out in front of it. We almost hit the cardinal. So I was like, what in the world type stuff is that? I ain't never seen a cardinal flying that low. And why would it be flying in front of this car? Well, needless to say, the next day, after 20-some years that I hadn't seen one of my little sisters from down in Texas, I had just came back from Texas. She was killed instantly in a car crash. thought it was odd. So that was already, I knew what that was about. When I seen the cardinal, we almost hit the cardinal. And I'm like, what is that cardinal flying? What is going on? I had the unction like I had what I told you. I said, is somebody going to get in a car wreck? So I start praying, but I didn't know I was praying. And sure enough, a drunk driver hit her after leaving her mother's funeral. Her twin sister lived. Her nephew in the back seat lived. But Jessica got killed instantly. That messed me up.
I know it.
And what was crazy, y'all don't want to believe in spiritual things, but I'm telling y'all. So she loved all my clothes, right? And she was getting ready to start. I have my own lingerie line. She was getting ready to start like a lingerie toy line. So she was like, "Well, can I use some of your?" I said, "Yeah, we can go. We can do it together." So we were planning on all of that, and she ended up passing away. And it was one of my bathing suit cover outfits that she had wanted. Y'all, I was looking through it for my son's baby mama. She had wanted a little outfit to go to the beach. We was going to buck roll. And I was looking through all my inventory, and we had just was talking about her. And I was like, my homegirl loved this. She wanted one of these so bad, and I got emotional. I said, Jess, I'm so sorry I never was able to give you one. Why did I look in my inventory, and it was the orange one, and it said written on it on the plastic on white paper, JESS. I swear to y'all, she sat here and she said, "Ooh, I don't know if I want one now." That's what baby mama said, because that's
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
It was not I don't even have neat handwriting. I write like a chicken scratch. I cannot, my handwriting's horrible. So it wasn't my writing. It wasn't nobody. It's nobody that I know writing, y'all. What
Right.
nobody in my inventory?
Right.
Who is Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
It was like she was letting me know, girl, I'm with you.
That.
And so I say all that to say, like, pay attention to the spiritual things around you. When you feel something, pay attention to it. Rather it's people that you're supposed to be checking on, making sure they're good, reciprocating.
Right.
Check on them. Don't leave them like that. You said I saw that one and I'm catching a. Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought that just popped back up. But yeah, we just gotta pay attention because it's a lot of signs around us right now on a lot of different things. But
Yeah.
you have to be willing to believe it and not live in blindness and disbelief. And that's even with me with my premonitions and stuff, because I try to ignore them. Like, oh, well, no, instead of, well, is there something, I think this is what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start saying, well, is there something that I'm assigned to do to help stop the situation? Instead of just trying to snuff it out like, I don't feel like dealing with that. I didn't hear that. That's not happening.
Right.
No, because that's me. When I get them, no, and then it happens. So even up to my mom getting sick, honestly, like for 3 weeks, we usually talk every day, and I hadn't talked to her every day. And I kept having a feeling like, okay, I just need to pray for my mom, because if something happened to her and she just leaves suddenly, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I know these, and I'm cussing and I'm mad because I've showed it for a lot of people. And I'm speaking my truth.
That's right.
They probably ain't going to be there for me. And I'm talking about my family. So I was just like, oh my God. Like, what I'm gonna do. I was like praying, like, oh, so when I got the call last week that she had a stroke and a heart attack, I was just like, for about 20 minutes, I was just all to pieces. And I said, okay, you gotta get it together. Get it together. Get it together. Get it together. You know what you gotta do. I'm an only child with my mom. Y'all hear me talking about my siblings or my father's children from his wives. I'm talking about me and my mom. I'm the only child. So that was crazy work for me. Like trying to get together, seeing if I needed to fly home, drive home, get home, like trying to talk to my stepdad and find out what we're doing here. But she's okay. She's talking, she's back to being goofy in her silly self and watching her singing shows, because that's what we watch together. We sit on the phone and watch the whole season of The Voice. She got me on America's Got Talent now. That's what we do. So, but I was just all the pieces because I know like nobody. I would have to literally, now mind you, and I say this because y'all, for most of them, If I've done their mom's makeup as they crossed over. I've done their hair. I have made sure that the funeral home had them right. I went to view the body for some of my cousins because they wasn't ready to see their mom. You know what I mean? So would y'all really be there for me like I've been there for y'all in my situation? And that is where I'm at. And honestly, y'all, I don't think so. I'm already preparing my feelings for that, so I don't have to be so caught off guard, and I don't have to hold rage or bitterness. So I'm just already saying and accepting it. Okay, you see what it's been. Just do what you got to do for y'all, and that's just what I got to do. What I got to do. Mo,
Yes, ma'am.
you've been quiet. What you want to say? That hair is cute. Marty did it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Tell Marty get on here so she can do my hair.
Hmm. Yeah.
What's on your mind?
Lots of things.
Well, let's talk about it. That's why we's here.
Not today.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
not on live.
Oh, got you.
Not today.
Well, y'all know that life be life. Please stop making excuses to why you can't be the highest frequency and vibration of your own self. Stop pretending like you can't reciprocate and y'all can't communicate because y'all do what y'all want to do. Especially these grown men that still play video games. Y'all be on there with total strangers communicating with them all the time about absolutely nothing.
And be
Yeah,
serious about it too. They be serious with it too.
yeah,
Serious.
yeah. Getting each other numbers outside of it. Hey, come on. You can't hit your female friends back or your girl back or even your homeboys back sometimes because y'all so caught up in stuff that's make believe. Mm, shit. I don't know. I gotta believe that better days is coming. Why you falling out?
Just just thinking about that show because you know what I've been going through for the last couple of weeks. Um, just people just don't show up. You know,
I
kind of had
do.
kind of had a similar situation of the before. Not to that extent. Not not to that the whole ghosting extent, but just wasn't present, wasn't showing up. I mean, you talked a good game and you checked on me here and there. But it wasn't what I needed, you know?
Mhm.
So yeah. And then that whole situation is already triggering.
Yes.
And just the situation in general because of everything that happened and me having to explain to people, well, your dad passed? No, not who you think passed, but my father, my biological father passed. Not my dad that y'all know I've been with since I was 3, 4 years old. Not him. He's still here. I still got my daddy. My daddy is still here. Thank God. He's still here. But it's my biological father and just going through this whole situation is a lot. A lot of triggers happen. Still triggering. I had some stuff going on like a couple days ago and
Mm-hmm.
just trying to work through it and process everything and it's crazy, but I'm here. So I just got to keep pressing forward because he's gone. Nothing I can do about it. Um, So, I don't know how to feel. Still heavy, very
Yeah.
heavy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, yeah, yeah,
And that is heavy, very heavy. And when that triggers you, that's definitely a trigger for me already. That's why I asked the other day, like, but we're gonna get through it all, moment by moment, second by second, day by day. And whoever not, they just gonna lose out on some of the best humans that they could have ever met. And in a time like this, you wanna keep your alliance with the reals. I'm just trying to tell y'all, and I'm talking about the REAL,
they don't
the genuine
understand.
people.
They
Y'all out here with these fugazis, and y'all think y'all playing fugazi with the real ones. We the ones that y'all need to build alliance with, because when them people you think you playing with us, but them people you running after is using you. So what's gonna happen is when they done with you gonna come back. Can I
definitely
talk? Can I talk to you?
right.
Man, I was stupid back then. I was I was immature. I didn't know how to love. Come on. Come on. And I know it's okay. Okay, T. It's okay that you might not know how to, but when you're given a chance to, then say that. It's so hard for people to be honest with them. That's why I thank God for years of therapy and, and years of being able to look myself in the face and say, you was an ugly individual. Because it was a time that what? I ain't messing with you. Nope. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing this. You know what I mean? And you have to do self work. What I'm grateful is that God taught me that self work, how ugly I was in my 20s, so I could work on it. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, no, I was a runner, a track star. If I ain't like it, I am not doing it. If I ain't like you, I ain't got to talk to you. Like, that was me. But you have to grow and learn and say what I want to say without no filter. I don't care if your feelings was hurt or not. And like, I've learned through the years to speak my truth and stand on my business, but you ain't got to be nasty, And so be real with you. If you don't know how to love, just say that. Like, I really don't know how to love. This is a safe space. That's a safe space and a safe space. Like, okay, we're not judging you because we had to learn how to love. And we still have to learn how to love different people in different ways in different areas. So always are going to learn how to love. But the basis of love, like being selfless, giving unconditionally. And unconditionally, people look like that's forever and ever. Oh man, till the end of time, give you everything. No, that means that with your heart attitude, when you gave it unconditional. You gave it because you loved them, not because you was expecting something, not because you was like, yeah, I'm about to get on $20. So in 5 weeks, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna need 50 and I'm gonna see if they're gonna because you have people out there that's like that. That's their sole purpose. Because why? What do that sound like? Survival. They living off of survival where you just living off of love. So you
Right.
gotta learn how to do what's up, Kim? Hey, boo.
Right.
Long
And
time.
it's like how, and people don't understand. It's like people don't understand it, right? And being those of us who are on the healing side and those of us who are actual healers and who are there for everybody else, it's like I'm the one going through some things. Like I'm really going through some emotional battles and traumas from childhood, new emotions, things that I didn't even realize were there that came out during this whole ordeal. And I'm calling and checking on you. And you don't even have the common decency to call and even text Like 2 seconds. You all right? How you doing? I was thinking about you today. Just that alone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And even if you're not there with the person physically, just a quick text message or a quick phone call, just to let that person know that you're thinking about them, or that they're on your mind at some point, can do a lot. It'll change a whole person's attitude for the day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't get it. I don't understand how some people can be just this super person at first, and then all of a sudden something happens, and then they're completely opposite of what it was that they started out to be. Just stay one way. Like, either so basically what you're telling me is you just,
Your representative was
yeah,
showing up.
it was just your representative the whole time. Like, the whole time it wasn't really you. Like, it was just a fake, just a phony, just an imposter, just a Decepticon. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the point? And then you get mad because you know how I do. I just stop talking. I just won't communicate with you anymore. I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm just going to stop communicating with you. And then you can text me. You can text me. I'll respond to you, but it's not going to be the way it used to be, because I see what it is now. And all you're going to get is bare minimum from me. That's
Mm-hmm.
what you're going to get. Like, until you prove otherwise to me, that there's something else more, and that you're genuinely apologetic for the things, that for your shortcomings, and you understand that you dropped the ball, then okay. But if I don't see that, if I don't see a change, if I don't see any, you know inclination that you're trying to fix or mend the brokenness or the situation, I don't have
Mm-hmm.
nothing for you. It's like, I just don't. And it's like, people people think that it's a game. Like, people think, oh, because I joke around and I say things, because I like to have fun, I like to joke around, and I like to laugh. I'll say something. Me, I like to act, I know what's going on. I just like to kid around and act like I'm oblivious to what the circumstances is, or the situation is, just to
Scorpio.
get your reaction, to see what you're talking about. But if I openly tell you, like, if I reach out to you, if it and one thing about me, I've never really had to approach anybody. And that's in the dating realm. I didn't have to do that. That's not something that I had to do. But if I step out and I actually reach out to you, and I actually approach you, and I actually give you my number, then that means I really am feeling you, or digging you in some shape, form, or fashion. I'm trying to see what's going on, because I'm not the person to do that. Like, I'm just not going to do it.
You're not.
But I'm not. I'm not. But if I do it, and then you act all nonchalant about it, or you like, you ain't ready, you ain't ready. Oh, really? Okay. One thing you don't know about me is, if I reached out to you, trust me, I'm ready. But that's fine. That's fine. And then don't ask me, oh, you think, I don't care at this point. I don't want to know. Uh, I don't want to know
Mm-hmm.
anymore. I'm over it. Cause I can
Mm-hmm.
only reach out so many times. I'm gonna reach out to you so many times. And then if I don't get the reciprocation back, it's a done deal. I'm over it. All right. Look, all right then, cool. It is what it is. That's just me. You know how I am.
Yeah.
You know how I am.
So, men, we need y'all to stop being out here like Offset and trying to take the women's money, especially if you already had montees. Don't be trying to get no dang on spousal pay from no dang on body. Stand on your own 2 feet and be the man. Offset, you are offsetting the whole balance and scale of how it's supposed to be. Now, had you had Cardi B when her first albums was coming out and you was riding with her all the way through and you done invested money in her career and she then got married to you now and making more money than you and you feel like you was played with or something, then I could see that. But that ain't even the case. You wasn't even always 100% right with her as a husband. So for you to think that that's okay, it's not. You looking wimpy out here. That ain't looking like no man. You got your own money. She had hers. Y'all got investments together. Y'all split that down the middle and part y'all ways. What you trying to get spousal power? That's real feminine to me.
That's
So
like we always say, that's the roles reversing. Them
crazy.
role reversals. And I'll be like, what is going on? Like, y'all, these men out here more feminine than they be more feminine than we are. I've never seen this much feminine energy protrude from the male species. Uh, what is wrong with y'all? Like, what is wrong? And be big mad. I'm like, are you really mad about that? Like, are you really pouting about this? Because
Will, like a temper tantrum. Yeah. Yeah.
and then get mad and want to try to flip it and say that we're too masculine. No, boo boo. No. That's not what that's about. Y'all are supposed to you're supposed to protect us, not the other way around. Y'all supposed to be the protectors. Y'all are.
Well, I gotta whoop the niggas behind for you.
Exactly. Like
Well, I gotta
you
be pistol Pete cool first.
but they think we want to live in survival mode our whole entire being. That's not what it is, sir. We just have to do it because nobody else is stepping up to do their part. So we got to do our part, your part, his part, her part, they part, everybody part.
You ain't lying, cause child, yesterday I had a box full of groceries. And I'm walking and all these men are standing around. One was a Pakistani and one was a black man. And with some other men standing around. But the main two was like right in front of my apartment building. So I'm walking, the box is heavy as crap. They put all these onions in there, some a bushel of bananas, some carrot. It was heavy. Cabbage, it was heavy. So I'm walking. I get to the door. They both looked at me and just kept doing what they was doing. They ain't even try to open the door. They see me holding the box so I could at least get in and go up the steps. And I said, you know what? And y'all want to say we in masculine energy. I see this right here. I just had to do. Not because y'all ain't standing right here. Y'all right here. Very muscular and capable of opening the damn door. But I had to do that. So this is why we have to be a masculine energy, because a feminine woman, as y'all see me and watch me and stare and look up and down when I'm dressed up going wherever I'm going, is the same way y'all could have opened up this door. But y'all just standing there looking stupid. So I was like, y'all not, I don't know where y'all came from. Y'all was catfish. I don't know where y'all came from. Because I'll even open the door for anybody. If I see them with a big ass box. Like, why am I standing there and watch you struggle? Let's see how she's going to do that. Phone out, record. Like, what the hell? Open the door. Like, that's why I feel like I be from another planet. Like, what happened
It's
to
mind blowing.
chivalry?
It's mind blowing. Nobody has common courtesy anymore.
At all.
None. They're not teaching their kids common courtesy either. And these young babies is growing up crazy as hell too. Yes, I
It's
said
true.
it. Yes, I said it. They growing up crazy as hell.
They've been vaccinated. They gonna be crazy.
I would never.
Yeah.
I would never. Like it's certain words to this day that I would never say in front of my mama. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These
Right.
I was around a young kid, he's 9 years old, and he was like, every time you say something, he got something smart to say. What? Who are you talking to? Like, I'll snatch a kid. Tell you that right now. I don't care who
I'm
child
not
it
gonna
is.
say I'm
I
me.
will
I'm
snatch
not
you.
gonna say
I will
Don't
snatch you
think
up,
so.
because what you're not gonna do is under my watch, while I'm standing here in the presence of me as an adult, I will never allow a child to be disrespectful to their parent or any other grown up for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
But these kids, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. Their parents not teaching them. Their parents not teaching them. Grandparents ain't grandparents no more. They too busy out here trying to party and hang out and do whatever. We don't have elders anymore. Our elders, they tired. They don't want to deal with it. They like, nope, not my. I raised my kids. I'm done. And I'm
Yeah. And they
like,
so disrespectful. I talked
right.
to my aunt Debbie. She had been retired for about 10 years from teaching. She said she went back for the last 2 years. And she said, Mom, them kids is so disrespectful. She said, I'm telling them I'm not coming back. She said, because, you don't even be saying nothing to them out the way or nothing. This good morning. Whatever. You blah, 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 blah. She said she just be looking at them like, why are y'all so angry? Like, what is wrong? Like, he said she just over it. She said, because before you know it, she see how a teacher was snatch somebody's child. Now you all over the news. So she was like, I think I'm just going to go back into retirement because I can't do it anymore. I said, well, Aunt Debbie, go back. You don't need to be stressed out about these kids. She was like, and then I feel so bad because some of them really need me. I said, well, you know what? You can keep a relationship with those students outside of school. You retire and tell them this is my information, this is my email, however you want to do it, and let them know this is still a safe space for you. It's just outside of the school. Then she was like, one little girl she kind of want to adopt because she feels like she's a throwaway. And she said, and I hate it for her. She said, Mom, it breaks my heart so bad that they did this baby like that. And she was like, I just really want to, take her. She said, but then again, I don't want to deal with the teenager because I don't know how she's going to be when she get in the house. She's going to be trying to run rings around me, sneak out. And all. She said, I ain't got time. I'm too old for them. I said, I get it. She said, but my heart goes out to her so bad. She's like, and there's so many kids that are throwaways. And I was like, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I feel bad for the younger generation of children, and
I feel
just
bad hearing baby child. So I
and it's just like my niece, she's 3, and she's in daycare, and one of her little classmates, um, irresponsible parents and family members. They had a house full of people. That baby was 4 years old, lost his life because he got a hold of a gun and shot himself, and now he's gone. They're having his memorial service this Saturday coming up, and, and so y'all say a prayer for little London. Y'all say a little prayer for little London and his family, because it it just made me angry, because I'm like, how? Who had?
what happened to common sense, y'all? Like, can we shoot that? Can we bottle that and put it in some type of shot form, or we can just stick it right in the temple? Like, I just need to know what's going on because
I
that's horrible. And
I
you see it
feel
on the
so bad.
news. So why would you think your gun wouldn't? You think your gun couldn't shoot? Like, you've
But
seen this
but
multiple times over the years.
who has a gun? Who has who has a loaded weapon around a 4-year-old? Like like why would you have that out? And they said, like, I kept asking my sister, like, hey, did they give a backstory, or did they say anyone was arrested yet? Or, because my first thing was, the parents need to go to jail. Somebody for child endangerment, period. Whoever gun that was need to be locked up. Involuntary
Because the
manslaughter,
parents might
because
not
that's,
even knew.
huh?
I said the parents might not even knew that the gun was
But that's
out.
what
I
I,
don't know.
that's what I'm saying. Whoever weapon it was, need to be the one locked up. Okay?
Yeah,
Period.
absolutely.
But
Are you?
prayers for little London's family. Um, just
Yeah,
crazy.
it is. Gotta do better, y'all. As a community of people, we just do doing anything. It's just ridiculous. Y'all
Yeah.
be dying over sidewalks and corners that ain't ours. We built them. They don't belong to us. We dying over uh sex that's too good, so the person who broke up or don't want to date, they can't handle it. So now they don't went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and
Cuckoo
now
for
they done
Cocoa.
um like there ain't other ding dongs and catty cats in the world. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, you gotta grow from it. Don't get
Hmm.
me wrong. I done been there now. I done been there. But you gotta grow. Got
Yeah.
to grow. So I don't know, but we gotta do better, y'all. Out of everything that's going on, we still a target.
Yep.
We still a target. So I ain't gonna hold y'all, but y'all know what we say every week. Thank y'all for coming in, listening, giving y'all opinions, giving comments. The weeks that we wasn't here, days, we apologize to y'all. Did y'all even really miss us? But we back. But we are going to be end up moving to TikTok. I just have to do two more lives and think something else, and then we'll be able to go be live over there on Wednesdays, and that's where I'm going to go because we're not shadowed as much as we're shadowed here,
Hmm.
and cut off and all types of foolishness. So we're going to go over mosey on over to the talk of the tick and talk. So we love y'all, and be the light in somebody else's darkness, because you never know
When your night's gonna be.
that
And
part.
that's a true statement. Very
And
true. We
we
love
love you, free.
you. Nothing you can do about it.
Nothing at all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We love you. We appreciate you. Please check on your strong friends. Okay? I check on my strong friends. I need y'all to check on y'all people. This week has been crazy. Mo don't even know what's been going. It has been literally crazy. And I be thankful every time that I have therapy and a therapist that I could talk to, because like I tell y'all, be the light somebody else, you know you're not gonna be. We all one phone call, one situation, one smart mouth, one bad attitude, one crazy person comment away from crashing out on anybody. So I'm grateful that I just said, let me whip on out. Let me just whip my car on away from the situation. Cause baby, listen.
Facts.
So be that light. So when it's your time to be able to be abstracted from the situation, you can. Love y'all and talk to y'all next week, Lord willing.
Love y'all. Peace.
Love you.